someone to start off.
Jacob, probably not your best defensive performance tonight. What did you see out there that made it so difficult for you guys to stop what they were doing?
I mean, they're talented, and we were always worried about guarding them one-on-one. Obviously, they got a lot of tools, regardless of who's on top of the ladder, this and that. They probably have, pound for pound, when they put 5 guys on the floor individually, a very talented group. But obviously, I just thought, from the get-go, the buy-in was bad. It could have been a little bit of too much schemes at practice and not enough guarding. There is a bit of this happened to us in Brisbane, where when we get a new guy in that's coming in to help us, and we just think we arrive now. We played good against Sydney with 1 American, now we've got the 2 back, and now the effort stuff doesn't need to happen. There could be a bit of that. Obviously it was our worst defensive effort, by far. So, and then there would be just, effort areas there. But, we're not that. And then that affected our offensive output as well, because we kept taking it out of the basket. And they did a pretty good job slowing us down.
So then how do you respond to that? Do you lean on somebody out there? Do you lean on the schemes that you've been working on? How do you respond when you say there's no buy-in and maybe the effort's not there?
Yeah, I don't want to speak about my guys as a season, but today, let's just get that clear about them. For the first time, Mike was probably like our best output player today, and he's just got here, so it's hard to lean on him. And then I thought everyone else just battled individually. So when to get a body to come and help that way was difficult. And then we did. There was patches when obviously Payton was in the 1. We looked good offensively, which helps us defensively. There wasn't a lot of that out there, unfortunately, today. But that's not who we are.
What did you think of Michael out there? It seemed like you said, the output was good. It was like he can score the ball a little bit, which is, for you guys, you need that. Are there good indicators coming from what he showed tonight?
Well, what it'll give us now is, I think everyone, when you go around the league, and when we speak to people, people feel a little bit of sorry for us of what's happened in regard to injuries and stuff. And now, I think what he gives us, and what's a great thing, is no excuses. At all. So obviously it's his first game, and there's some chemistry stuff that we need to deal with, and that's things people don't understand. But what the great thing about him right now is, because he's a talented American, he doesn't really give us a lot of excuses now. Oh well, the Hawks were down this, or it now puts us in the forefront where what we did tonight is totally unacceptable.
Tyler, how do you respond to a loss like this? Or it wasn't just a loss, but there are obviously issues defensively that need to work on. How do you, as the leader of this team, rally the group and get beyond this?
Yeah, it was definitely a tough one. Our MO this year has been one good game, and we kind of just tail off the second game, and we put an emphasis on that. Coach Jacob did, I did, the starts are big for us, man. And, we started okay, but it just went downhill quick, and it was a snowball after that. So we have to regroup. Like I said, this team is not one that'll give up. Obviously, tonight, we didn't give Jake anything to coach tonight. We didn't have that effort out there. So we have to take care of that. It's on me to do that, and I got to be better. Just getting us ready for these kind of games, especially when we come off a good game like that. We have to be more consistent.
Ownership has asked for a big crowd to come up to your next home game. What are the fans going to expect in that next game?
Me?
No, just from the team.
Are you asking me that, or are you asking Tyler? We've played some bad ones, and everyone in the league's played bad ones. The one good thing is that we have sort of in the history of us responded when it's been like this. You're right, ownership does say that. Fans are fans, and, they should come if we're winning or losing if they're fans. I mean, we've rallied with the Illawarra community enough. We've thrown our support out there enough. We go into the community enough. We're around it. We live in it enough to get that support. I mean, there was fans here tonight, and I mean, Southeast are playing pretty good basketball right now. But in patches, they've been in a struggle with injuries and stuff like that too. If we have to sell it to them right now when we need them, then maybe they're not real fans.
Tyler, how do you, maybe especially for guys that have been here for a few seasons and had success the last few years, how do you keep the spirits up? Is that a problem? How have you sensed the mood around the team as the losses continue to pile up?
No, that's one thing we really rely on is our spirit. I think that's something, especially in the situation that we're in right now, we're really leaning on that. But spirit can only get you so far. We have to go out there, we have to execute, we have to play well, and we're not doing that right now. So it is difficult to keep that spirit, but nobody on this team has dropped their head or complaining about this, complaining about that. The spirits are always high, but we do need to put on that effort on the court to give something for that spirit. Spirit's one thing, but we have to execute better.
Jacob mentioned no excuses, but when you are constantly shuffling guys through for different reasons and having new guys in the lineup, it takes time to find how to play with each other. So how challenging is it for you when you've got the ball in your hands and trying to figure out how guys play, where they're going to be?
It is, man. It's like putting a puzzle piece together sometimes. And obviously, this season has been different for us, man. We've had our challenges. We've had some good stretches this year, but we can't compound them to keep ourselves consistent. Obviously, there is no excuses. But yes, it is tough, but nobody cares if it's tough, man. We have to go on and do our job at the end of the day. So we don't like to point blame at anything. We each of us players look in the mirror and realize we have to do something more to give our team a chance to win games. And I honestly think we are going to do that. I think we're going to look back on this one day and soon, and we're going to be like, wow, we were in a tough patch, but we came out of it. So we're building character right now, but we will get through this. I am certain of that, but we just have to keep going, man.
Just with some of the things I just mentioned, for you personally, and maybe you've answered this question before, but are you able to find any enjoyment out of your first year as head coach with everything that's going on, the losses, and perhaps not where you would want to be in your first year at this point in time?
Yeah, there's 9. How many teams are in this league? 9 or something? There's 9 jobs in this league. When I first started basketball, I never believed that I would be a head coach in the NBL. I get to coach guys. I mean, it is upsetting right now, don't get me wrong, but I mean, we get to be in basketball every day. You're not going to hear a complaint out of me about my experience and what I get to do for a living. I think there's plenty of people that would love to be in my shoes right now, even with our record. Maybe not some of the other coaches in the league, but again, is I understand the question and I appreciate the question, but I mean, if I start moaning as a leader of this group and start complaining about what's been handed to me, then it sounds pretty selfish, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess it's more from being able to escape what pressure may be there, and I understand what you're saying, but in terms of how are you handling the day-to-day and being able to escape basketball and come to work positive?
Escape basketball.
If you can.
Yeah. I have a girlfriend. I don't know. I mean, again, is as mad as I could be right now with the guys. I do love all these guys in the room, and from what I said at the beginning of the year, being able to coach Tyler, being able to coach Sam. Now I like Mike a lot. Peyton's fun. Manga, all these personalities is we do have good days, and I know, and it's not a crap. I mean, I'm not lying to anyone. So as soon as that starts to slip, which we've made a commitment to each other that it won't, that's when I think it'll start to be unenjoyable. But right now the challenge is really enjoyable to me right now, and as a competitor, I got to hone into that.
Nothing on Zoom.
Great, thanks guys. Thank you.